always waiting on you. I'm gonna put that in there. Okay.
That's how we're...
Waiting on a man. Welcome back to my channel. I have Nick with me. Last week I put on my Instagram story a box and you guys asked us some questions, so here we are. Are you excited?
Let's get it.
Do you want to read the first one?
Mm-hmm. All right. When did you guys meet? We met in 2017.
Good job.
At the.
Wait. You have to say like what month?
Oh gosh. It was August.
Good job. Do you remember the date?
Uh.
I don't, so you don't have to answer that. So we met in August in 2017. How did you guys meet? We were both grandstand FFA ushers at the Iowa State Fair. It was my first year and your
Second, I think it was. Second
year. So it was my first year. My best friend Riley Danner, shout out Riley, was supposed to go with me and she got really sick right before, and so I didn't even want to go anymore. And didn't you not want to go either?
Yeah, I didn't. I almost didn't go that year. My advisor.
Yes,
my
Jenny.
Advisor, yeah.
Jenny was like, no, you're going, thank goodness. So my mom dropped me off. I was super nervous. I was like a very outgoing person, but I just was surrounded by a bunch of, I mean, let's be real, some FFA kids can be really weird. So I was like, oh my gosh, my mom's just dropping me off with a bunch of weirdos. It ended up being the best time of my life. I saw him, he was standing over there in a cowboy hat. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna marry this man. And I literally texted my mom and said that. And she goes, you need to slow down, because I had just gotten out of like a relationship. And she just told me to slow down, and if it's meant to be, it'll be. And here we are. We have not left each other's side since. Literally every weekend. Mm-hmm. Unless she had like a rodeo away and I couldn't go or something.
How long have you guys been dating? It has been 3 years and 11 months.
Almost 4 years. Almost 4 years together.
4 years in September.
How many kids do y'all want, if any?
Oh, you go. You start.
If I had it my way, I would have 5. I personally would love to be an all-boy mom. I mean, like, if I get a girl, obviously I will love her the same, but there's just something about cute little cowboy babies.
I think 3 is about a pretty solid number.
I think that's so weird, though. It's like such an odd number.
3 is. 3 is.
Or 5.
Favorite date ideas. I like going to rodeos and bringing her along because, well, we haven't done it recently, but one of the things we've been doing is, to every rodeo we go to, we'll go out to a bar after and just have one drink and then get back on the road to home. And it's kind of cool to see all the different people.
Yeah, we go to like the jankiest bars. It's really, it's
fun.
Cute. It's cute.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. My dream date idea, I like horseback riding. He does not, but he does it for me. But like going horseback riding and like doing like a little picnic. You do not like horseback riding.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, huh?
Every time I ask you, you're like, yeah, I mean, every right. You've literally told me you do not like horseback riding.
No, I don't. I like trail riding. I do. I don't like going fast on horses.
I think, what's another like good date idea? We got the Adventure Challenge book, which is really fun. It's definitely like, it brings out the creative side in you guys. Like it's definitely very creative. Yeah. I mean, it's stuff that you can do literally anywhere. Like it doesn't tell you like to go to a specific place. It just says like go do this, this, and this, which is really fun. All right, next question. What has been your favorite vacation together? 100% hands down Texas for the NFR. That was my favorite vacation ever. It was a blast. We went with our 2 friends, Jade and Carly, and it was my first time going to the NFR, your first time going to the NFR. It was just awesome. It was the stockyards, such a fun place to be. I had so much fun.
I hate to be the same, but I think it was
a good vacation.
It was probably mine too, but I also love going to Tennessee and seeing her dad and all their family.
Question number 7.
Do we have any siblings? Yes. I have 2 brothers. I'm the middle child, so I have an older and a younger brother. And
I have full siblings. I have an older sister and a older brother. And then I also have lots of step siblings. I call them bonus siblings. It's always a crazy time. Question number 8. Is it hard to accompany him to every rodeo he goes to? If so, how do you deal with it? Absolutely not. I enjoy going to every rodeo. In fact, I get really upset if I can't make it to a rodeo. Not only do I worry about like how he's doing, but I also I just always want to see how he does, and I want to cheer him on. And I'm his personal videographer for him. So there are some times where I can't go, and I just have to suck it up and just, he texts me right away and always lets me know that he's okay and how he does. And sometimes he travels. That's really hard because I hate being home alone, but I always just either have a friend over or I go stay at family. Faye! It's pretty easy. I am always 100% supportive of him because this is what he wants to do, and I love that for him. And I love it, personally.
What's your favorite thing about each other? I would have to say it's her personality, I guess. The way, I think that I've had a lot of character development, you could say, since we've met. I was pretty antisocial, and she kind of brings out the best in me and lets me, I don't know, I've been able to talk, meet a lot more people, and she's always just a fun time and fun to be around. There's never a dull moment, I guess.
Stop, that was so sweet. That was cute. My favorite thing about him, which it doesn't top that because that was really sweet, but is his tummy. I love his tummy. My favorite thing about him is how relaxed and easygoing he is. I'm crazy, and I worry a lot. I get anxious, and I can always count on him to just be he just calms me down, and he just takes everything so smoothly. I don't know. You're just very patient. Maybe that's the right word. You're very patient, and I needed that.
Mm-hmm.
And how dedicated he is. He has lots of different hobbies, but he nails every single one of them.
Try to.
You're just all around wow. Number 10, first impression when y'all first saw each other. I was like, ooh, cowboy, he's cute, tall, dark-haired boy. I'm gonna go talk to him. And that I was gonna marry him, the fact that I was gonna marry him, so. I mean, that just says it all right there.
Yeah. This one we've talked about quite a few times because when I started, or the year we met at the state fair, I was not really happy to be there, I guess. I for some reason, I just didn't want to be there. But I ended up getting put next to her in our little line that we had for the pit entrance.
And that was all me because I was like, ooh, put me next to the cute boy. And I begged, and I told him that I had to and he was like, you have to prove to me that you can do the job to stand by him. So I definitely made the first move. Just putting that out there.
I mean, she said multiple times that she was basically just drooling over me the first time she saw me. And I don't remember seeing, I couldn't remember seeing her until I got put next to her in line. And that would have been the second day we were there. And apparently she remembers, me being there the whole time from the first day for the first hour.
Because you were in the same group.
Well, I know, but I also had a couple of buddies in the same group too, so I was kind of more.
He was grumpy.
It kind of finally, I was like, ooh. I don't know. I was like, you're pretty.
Oh, then he wouldn't leave me alone.
And I tried to flirt with her, and I think I did pretty terrible, but I mean, here we are, so.
Here we are. It was pretty bad, but here we are.
What's your 5-year plan personally as a couple?
So we will be 26 and 27.
I know a couple things. Married, and probably having our house built, the house we want.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple businesses that we've been working on really start to take off.
And that's basically as a couple. Definitely married and maybe a baby.
Maybe.
Definitely we have 2 businesses. We have the mobile bar that we're starting, which is called the Traveling Nova. Make sure you check him out on Instagram. And then his leatherworking business, so we hope to be our own entrepreneurs and basically just living our best lives traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I guess it goes the same personally. I want to work from my own business. I want to be my own boss type of thing. Pretty simple.
Oh yeah.
All right. Number 12. Does he enjoy taking pictures with you?
I do. Some people might not know, but I do for about 5 minutes.
I do not force him. That is such a lie. That is such a lie.
I just have a really short attention span, and I get bored pretty quick. But I do enjoy taking pictures, yeah.
All right, question number 13.
How and when did you know when you loved each other?
Well, I knew I loved him right away.
I was gonna say, I was pretty much falling head over heels at the end of the fair.
Yeah, we were. We fell fast.
And it kind of, I guess a couple weeks after, really, we hung out a couple times because when we both left the fair, we may not ever see each other again because sometimes that's how it goes with us, your like friendships, and especially I lived a half an hour away or hour and a half away from each other, and then I was going to college 3 hours away, and so I had just moved into college and been there a couple weekends out at the lake to see her, and it was kind of just like, I would do some crazy driving.
He would like go to a rodeo and then come and stay. Like he would drive back 5 hours and come stay with me at the lake on a Sunday just to get up before like 5 o'clock to drive back to college.
Yeah, and I guess that's pretty much when I knew.
I was the first one to say that I love you through text. And I was so nervous. Like I've never been nervous. And you just texted. I'm pretty sure you just texted me back like, what? And I was like, oh God, he's not ready.
Yeah.
But then you were like, well, I do too. And yeah, but I think you said it in person.
Yeah.
Number 14, favorite memory together. Oh my gosh, there's so many. We've been through some crazy situations. The strangest things happen to us. It's funny stuff. Yeah. Really good times at live concerts. Like we just got back from River Ruckus and like Joco and all those places.
I'll just say one that comes to mind because there's probably not going to be a real winner. It was the first time we were going to see her dad in Tennessee. We're driving together. It's like I'm a pretty good driver and she's a decent driver.
No, he's not.
And when you put us both together, you just better not even be driving that day because it's terrible. We were driving through St. Louis just before the arch, I think. It was about 5 o'clock, so peak time for traffic, and we're just jamming out to probably Hannah Montana or something. She was like looking at me and I was looking at her, and then head turns back to the road 100 feet in front of us. All the cars are just dead stopped and we're going like 80. I slammed on the brakes as hard as I could and we hit the back of this car gently.
And I remember like a Tesla was behind us.
Yeah, no, it was a Mercedes.
Oh yeah, it was a Mercedes.
That was crazy. Like we gotta pay attention and see if we're gonna make it there, but that was pretty funny. That
was funny. That was a good. Number 15, dream place to live and settle down. So if we're being 100% honest, I have always loved the thought of living in Tennessee, but I also really want to build our own house and have some farmland with like lots of cows and stuff and horses. So I mean, in reality, we'll probably live in Iowa and then like as we get older, maybe move to Tennessee is my thought. I just don't want to lose like the fun of like vacationing to Tennessee because it is our favorite place.
Right.
So I don't ever want to like lose the like feeling of like, oh my gosh, I want to Tennessee. I also want to live in Georgia so I can have a peach license plate on my Jeep. It's just a goal of mine. Where's your dream place to live?
I don't care. I could live anywhere.
We had this conversation the other day about selling our house and either moving into a van and like living the van life for a little bit or a tiny house. And I don't know. Let us know what you think. Number 17.
Do you plan on doing rodeo in the future, Marissa?
I would love to. It's just, I would definitely do like barrel racing. And that requires a truck, a trailer, a horse, and everything else in between. And right now, we're not doing that right now. It's nice because like, he doesn't have to, the only thing he has to supply is his equipment. So like his rigging and stuff like that. And his entry fees, obviously. But like right now, we don't have a place to put a trailer, like a huge horse trailer and stuff like that.
Or a horse.
Or a horse, for that fact. But maybe in the future, I would definitely love to at least enter like a couple of amateur rodeos and get into it a little bit. I just love horses so much, and I love rodeo. Number 19, best advice on how to stay best friends in long term instead of just partners. Okay, this is pretty easy for me because I feel like our relationship, like we are best friends, and I feel like that's how like, I don't know, like that's why we're so good together. I don't know, is because you always want to make sure that you're having fun with each other. You want to make sure that you laugh more than you cry, obviously. I don't ever want to lose like goofiness, and so I feel like, I don't know, always being goofy and staying like your best friend. just be best friends.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because I don't really have any good answer. I just want to be around you all the time. Really
We never get tired of each other, which is kind of scary. We never get tired of each other. But I also think what helps us a lot is that we have time to like spend with friends. We don't have to be with each other 24/7 on the weekends. If I want to go see friends, like obviously I go and do that. Or if like I want a night out with the girls, like, or if you want a night out with the boys, like we never care about that. Like like the balance between your friends and your boyfriend should be very equal, or else it could get, I don't know.
I think it also helps because since we moved to Oskaloosa, we've also kind of gotten our own like friend group, I guess you would say. And we're always, whenever we hang out with them, Marissa and I are always together. So it's like, but we're all, it's not like it's me and Marissa as our own little couple, not really engaging. We're all friends. It's like just a big, friend group party, sleepover in your mom's basement or something.
But I also think like a huge thing is balance.
Yeah, for sure too.
Because if I only hung out with you, I mean, no offense, like I love hanging out with you, and I always miss you, and I do not want to be with you, but like it's also good to be like, hey, I'm gonna go do this with my girls.
We also have our own hobbies too, which helps
Yes,
I think a lot.
definitely having your own hobbies does help a lot.
Because we could go do, like I can go work on leather for a while she works on some of her stuff. So it's not like we're just sitting together staring at the wall every day, all day.
Number 20.
How do you keep the relationship strong? Communication. That's the biggest thing, guaranteed.
And everybody says that, but it's very true.
Yeah.
Times where like everybody has their little small arguments. We've never really been in like a huge serious fight. If something's bothering you, talk about it, or else it's just gonna eat you alive. Like, even if it's the smallest thing, like, hey, you didn't come and give me a hug at this point, like, talk about it so they know, or else like how are they supposed to figure it out? And also never losing that best friend relationship with them. And
one thing I would say that I just thought of is it's not necessarily, you don't want to change the person you're with because you're with them because you were attracted to them when you first met them. You want to grow together as a couple, and that's how it should be, instead of like, hey, do this better. Hey, I don't like it when you do that.
Right.
Do it better.
It's constructive. Right. It's constructive criticism.
Like, grow together and talk about it together instead of just a one-way conversation of, hey, this is what I don't like, blah, blah, blah. And then you have to be on the other side and say, okay, this is how how do we fix it?
Fun question. Who are your favorite country singers? Hands down, Kelsey Ballerina is my baby.
Isn't it Kelsey Ballerini?
What did I
You
say?
said ballerina.
Hands down, Kelsey Ballerini is my favorite country singer. Nick, it was like our first year of dating, for Valentine's Day, he got me, it was actually a Christmas gift, but we went on Valentine's Day to a Kelsey Ballerini concert, and it was the best concert of my entire life. I think I cried more than
That's cool.
I was happy tears. It was so cute. And Co Wetzel. And I really like Co Wetzel. Play me some Co.
Tyler Childers, Marty Robbins is one I've been listening to a lot. Coulter Wall's really good. I love listening to him.
We like country music.
Yeah.
Nick, do you have your pro rodeo permit filled yet?
I do. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Yes. Last year I rode pro rodeo on my permit and I did fill it. I didn't buy my permit this year because I didn't know if there was going to be rodeos going on. By the time May came around, they started having them. I was already, just super busy trying to do leather stuff and work and another thing that.
But you do plan to?
Yeah, next year I definitely plan on getting my permit again. I did. So what they mean, I guess, is you have to win $1,000 on your permit to be able to buy a pro card and be officially pro rodeo. But I'll probably get my permit another couple of years, and then once I'm riding the best I can, then get my pro card.
Next question, 23.
How did you know that they were the one? I could just kind of feel it, tell, I guess. It just kind of.
It's so true when they say, when you love, like when they're the one. I don't know. It was super weird. We were just like super, like comfortable with each other right away. Like very comfortable with each other right away, and like we always tell each other everything.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of have the same goals and dreams and ambitions.
Yeah, correct.
You're not gonna know the feeling until you experience it. Number 24. What is the key to keeping your relationship spunky?
I'd say you're spunky enough for the whole.
Okay, yeah. Definitely like never lose the goofiness. I don't know. Always keep trying to make your partner laugh. My video keeps shutting off. Number 25.
When am I gonna put a ring on it? That's for me to know and for you to find out.
Number 26. Best relationship advice. I feel like we're like being really repetitive, but just stay best friends. Be yourself around each other. Communication is key.
Exactly what she said.
27.
What is both your love languages?
Okay, I'll say his and then you can say mine.
Okay.
His love language is super cute. It's quality time. And I think that is so cute, and I feel like that is very rare in a guy.
Yeah, probably.
And I feel like it's very rare for a guy to have that love language. But his is quality time. So we always try to make time just for each other, no phones.
It's acts of service, which is very, she just likes stuff getting done for her. I mean,
And not like anything
not-
super big.
No, just little stuff. I mean,
Yeah. Like do the dishes every once in a
Yeah.
while. Right. Crazy like that people who fall in love with each other have different love languages. Number 28.
it's a big word. What is the one? What is the one thing you prayed for that you have seen come to?
I think it's fruition.
I think it means. What have you prayed for and that you have seen come true in your relationship?
Yes. What have we seen come to life in our relationship, basically?
Oh, a
So
lot.
that's it. A lot has. We have prayed for so many of the things that we have now. We're so blessed and so thankful.
I guess, yeah, right.
Our house, our beautiful
This
house.
porch swing
This no.
that I built with a help of friends. We both have nice cars and everything that we
And jobs.
and jobs, good jobs.
Oh, I remember. Well, he was going to college, and I had just started going to college, and I was crying because I was going to school for nursing. I didn't want to do it anymore, but I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. Like that's all I've ever wanted to be was a nurse. I would cry my eyes out. He would always tell me it's going to be okay. Like everything, just pray about it, and everything will happen how it's supposed to. Now I have the best job that I could ever ask for.
And I think another thing is just our relationship too is just really strong, and that's something we always hope for.
Number 29, how do you keep your relationship fun? I'm definitely the type that's like, let's go out and do something instead of just sit at home. If Nick had it his way, we'd be watching movies 24/7, but not with me. So we keep our relationship fun by going out and doing new things, trying new activities, I guess.
We travel a lot too.
We travel a lot.
And it's not always some big vacation. Like sometimes it's just a weekend getaway to
But we live for that.
wherever, and we find the cheapest hotel, and it's really sketchy, but it's really funny because it's sketchy, and it just kind of ends up being a good time.
Number 30.
Did either of you have any commitment issues before each other, and any tips on that? I guess you could say I probably did. Kind of.
I just don't think you were looking for anything.
No,
maybe.
that's one thing I was gonna learn and figure my stuff out with myself before I was gonna try to figure anybody else out. And came along Marissa, and we started talking, and it just really clicked and everything. And focus on yourself before you try to focus on anybody else is what I would say for sex.
I definitely had commitment issues in the way that I did not want to get into another relationship right away. I actually told myself before I went to the fair that I couldn't wait to be a single person. And then 2 days later, I met Nick. So I did, but didn't have commitment issues. No, I never really did. If I'm in, I'm in. I'm committed. 31. How do you think of such unique things to do together?
She's got all the ideas. I'm just along for the ride. The adventure book that we got was really fun, and it's really helpful.
It's very unique.
Very creative. I mean, one night, one of my favorite ones is we made like a board game on the back of a pizza box, and it was just
It sounds like super cheesy, but like when you're in it together, it's just fun, and you laugh about it. Number 32.
What made you think to start the Traveling Nova?
Me looking through Pinterest one day, and I saw like one of the trailers, and I was like, ooh, I want that at our wedding. You know what? Head with it. Like, why don't we build our own? And literally that night I started searching for horse trailers. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, so I was like, ooh, this could be like a business for myself. I could really make it myself. I love new projects. I love like doing renovations and stuff like that. I told Nick my plans and my brother and my family and everybody, and they were like, yeah, let's do it. And like, here we are. All right, question number 33. 2 more questions.
Timeline on getting married.
I want to get married in 2023, October 14th. So, and then the final question is, how do you guys keep such a strong relationship together and to not let the love fall apart?
Like we said, just communicate a lot, talk to each other, and like always be, I think I've really helped myself like to try to be better, not just for me, but for her too. Like to be the best that I can be for her while being myself still, I guess.
And always have fun together. You both gotta work together. You both have to want it. And if you truly love each other, that's all that matters. So I think that's all we have. Thank you guys for asking all of those questions. We hope that you guys loved this video. And now we're gonna go eat some snacks. Do you have anything to say, Nick?
Goodbye.